this session, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin lingo for crypto noobs. Have you ever wondered what hodling means? What is FUD? Or if you're not sure what a debate between hodlers and weekends mean, check out this guide and use it as a refresher. Diamond hands. It's a popular mantra as seen on Reddit and Twitter posts that roughly means bullish or a call to hold tight to an investment even during a plunge in prices. For example, in this, I am showing you a tweet by Elon Musk who says Tesla has diamond hands. So traders will frequently use diamond and hand emoji in conjunction when posting about it online. Next is FOMO. FOMO is the fear of missing out, and the exactly opposite is called JOMO, which is joy of missing out. The fear of missing out is a powerful force in all markets, but is especially potent in the field where there is no such thing as fundamental value. Crypto fans often cite FOMO as one of the real reasons investors might buy cryptocurrencies when they are in the midst of rally. What is FUD? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. This is another term used in investing contexts. It was adopted by the crypto community to denounce what supporters see as intentional spread of misinformation. Halving. This is also referred as halvening, this is a planned reduction in the rewards that miners receive when they create a block, and this happens once in 4 years, or very precisely after 210,000 blocks. So what happens here is the reward that miners get per block is reduced in half. This practice serves to maintain scarcity of Bitcoin. As you know, there are only 21 million Bitcoins available, and every time a new block is created by the miner gets a reward. Now this reward gets cut in half every 210,000 blocks or every 4 years. So the next halving event will be in 2024, around June-July timeframe. HODL. This was first made popular in a post by a drunken Bitcoiner who advocated buying but not selling Bitcoin. It's now a meme, and it's intentionally misspelled as HODL, HOLD, instead of hold. The hodlers see a huge potential in the future of cryptocurrencies and don't plan on selling it anytime soon. For example, I am a hodler. I never want to sell my Bitcoin, ever. So these are the interesting illustrations, as you can see, about hodling. I'm going to spend a moment just looking at these. I'm long Bitcoin, and so on. They can take our crypto, but they can never take our hodl. Just hodl it. Hodl Bitcoin to the moon. This is a scene from Gladiator, hodling. This is a scene from Titanic where it says, "Promise me that you'll never hodl and never let it go." The difference between a Bitcoin trader and a Bitcoin hodler. So Bitcoin hodlers are these Zen-like people who continue to hold Bitcoin and never selling them. That way increasing their value, and they have these Zen-like qualities to be calm in terms of panic mode, in the times of panic when the cryptocurrency is falling 20-30%. I'm going to move on to the very technical terms of Bitcoin. Let's start with cryptography. Cryptography is the branch of mathematics that lets us create mathematical proofs or evidence that provide high levels of security. So in this case, there is an illustration I put up for asymmetric encryption where the original text is encrypted into a ciphertext, and the ciphertext is again decrypted by the receiver into the original text. So in this case, the original text is sent by the sender to the receiver using this key, as you can see, using this public key. But the receiver decrypts the message, the encrypted message or the ciphertext, using the private key of his own private key, and then you see the original text back. So this is known as asymmetric encryption because the key to decrypt and the key to encrypt are not the same. They are two different keys. That is the reason this is called as asymmetric encryption. In case of symmetric encryption, the same key is used for both encryption and decryption. Okay, next up, block. A block is a record in the blockchain that contains and confirms many waiting transactions. Every 10 minutes, a new block, including transactions, is appended to the blockchain through mining. Blockchain. The blockchain is a public record of Bitcoin transactions in a chronological order. The blockchain is shared between all the Bitcoin users and nodes. It is used to verify the permanence of Bitcoin transactions and to prevent double spending. I'm going to talk about double spending in the coming slides. What is double spending? Double spending is the risk that a digital currency can be spent twice. It is a potential problem unique to digital currencies because digital information can be reproduced relatively easily by savvy individuals who understand the blockchain network and the computing power necessary to manipulate it. Wallet. A Bitcoin wallet is loosely the equivalent of a physical wallet on the Bitcoin network. The wallet actually contains your private keys, which allow you to spend the Bitcoins allocated to it in the blockchain. Each Bitcoin wallet can show you the total balance of all the Bitcoin it controls and lets you pay a specific amount to a specific person, just like a real wallet. Now, this is different to credit cards where you are charged by the merchant. Hash rate. Hash rate is the measuring unit of the processing power of Bitcoin network. The higher the hash rate, the more secure the network. The Bitcoin network must make intensive mathematical operations for security purposes. When the network has reached a hash rate of 10 terahashes per second, it's meant it could make 10 trillion calculations per second. Mining. Bitcoin mining is the process of making computer hardware do mathematical calculations for the Bitcoin network to confirm transactions and increase security. As a reward for these services, Bitcoin miners can collect transaction fees for the transactions they confirm along with newly created Bitcoins. Mining is a specialized and competitive market where the rewards are divided up according to how much calculation is done. Note that not all Bitcoin users do Bitcoin mining, and it's not an easy way to make money. Bitcoin mining requires significant investment in Bitcoin hardware, which is quite expensive, and it might not lead to the results as expected. Miners. Miners are a market participants who compete to produce the next block and broadcast it to the network. The winning miner is rewarded both the block reward, which is currently 6.25 BTC, and the transaction fees on the block. Confirmation. Confirmation means that a transaction has been processed by the network and is highly unlikely to be reversed. Each confirmation exponentially decreases the risk of a reverse transaction. Transactions receive a confirmation when they are included in a block, and for each subsequent block. Even a single confirmation can be considered secure for low-value transactions, although for larger amounts like 1000 USD, it makes sense to wait for 6 confirmations or more. Waiting for confirmation is done usually by a merchant who would wait for the payment to be confirmed before delivering the goods. Proof of work. Proof of work relies on the conversion of electrical energy into digital blockchain, affording unforgeable costliness to the proof of work blockchains. Essentially, a miner converts the electricity into cryptocurrency, and whenever he creates a new block, he is rewarded with the block reward and the block fees. Satoshis. A Satoshi is the smallest unit of Bitcoin. 10 to the power 8 Satoshis equals 1 Bitcoin, which is 100 million Satoshis make 1 Bitcoin. So 1 Satoshi is actually 10 to the power 1 by 10 to the power 8 Bitcoin. So this is the Satoshi's orange pill. Bitcoin is better money. Government currency is printed freely by central banks and devalued in waves of debt bubbles and robbing people blind. Central banks must be trusted not to debase currency, but history is full of breaches of that trust. Bitcoin has a scarcity of 21 million bitcoins, so it is pretty scarce, and after a while, Bitcoin will be the scarcest resource that is available.